What? Okay, again, sorry, kind of late. That's usually the theme on this channel, but hey, at least I'm here. As well, we're gonna do a couple of quick schedule updates. So Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday, I'll be gone actually. Monday, Tuesday for the dog. Wednesday, just because I want to hang out with my wife. Like we just want to hang out. I don't know. It's like, is that so weird? We like to have like full date days where we just get to hang out because we're usually so like busy, right? Like we hang out every day, but it's like some days we want like an entire day where we just get to like do stuff together. That sounds like a euphemism for sex. I should have maybe planned this week out. What I'm trying to say is, it's nice to have a day where you're not just sort of like passively around each other, where you're actively dating each other too. I like dating her. I don't know, it's fun. I really like who she is. That may be controversial in today's stuff. I don't know. Anyways, so yeah, that's the schedule. How it's going to be like. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday won't be here. Monday, Tuesday it's for the dog. Yeah, it's not gonna take like the entire day, but like it's gonna be on the Tuesday and we have the Monday anyways, just to get her acclimated and also for her to just be like happy, because you know what I mean, like so that we can play with her before the inevitable happens, before she has to go get her shot, her rabies shot. So I don't actually know what the rabies shot entails. I just know that if she doesn't have it, she could be rabid. I also kind of wonder, like, because you know, like most viruses, shots, and like stuff like that, it's like a weaker or like a dead version of like what it is. Does she get injected with like rabies? Dog rabies shot. Is it rabies? Dog rabies shot. What is a valid rabies in pets? Rabies vaccines used in Canada protect pets from all strains of. What is in the rabies vaccine? One dose contains less than 100 milligrams of human albumin. What? The hell is what's albumin? Albumin human intravenous route. Albumin human injection is used to treat low blood volume hypovolemia. You know what it is? Reminds me of that guy on YouTube. I forget his like name. He's like something duck or something quack. He's like a doctor who like reads out cases, and he like always explains like terms like hypovolexia or hypovolemia. Hypo from ancient Greek for low, for low. Volo or hypo for low blood, and then volemia for volume. It's like, oh, he always watching him. It's always fun to watch because like he'll always talk with like stories about like people dying and stuff. But he always explains it so like well that you kind of forget, and then you realize that's how doctors like think. What is in the rabies vaccine for dogs? Novak 3 rabies vaccine. Merck-animal-health-usa.com. This feels like a fake site. I'm gonna click on this. You can't see it yet. Yeah, this feels like a fake site. Alright, cool. But yeah, so that's what's going to happen. Today will be slightly shorter as well. Probably until 6, in like 5.5 hours max today, which is fine. I've basically lined up the game so it's fairly short anyway, so expect not a too long stream today. I have to go hang out with friends, and as well, I need to finish like some more work stuff. So that's really the main issue. Again, sorry for these past 2 weeks. I just realized January is almost over, which is kind of nuts. But I had a feeling January would be my busiest month anyways in terms of like work stuff, just because there's so much stuff usually that happens. Like how do I do this? How do I say this? Businesses operate on a quarterly schedule, right? And when a business wants something, they like to plan it around these quarterly financial schedules, right? Because it makes for a very easy bookkeeping, and it makes it very, very easy to touch on, okay, how much does something cost? How much will it cost? How much will it begin and stuff? It's also a nice sort of like pattern because you align it to certain holidays in like life, and you align it to certain vibes and feelings. Is what I've heard from like a marketing person, and so it's from their point of view, being able to do things at certain times and like launch them at these times makes it feel like a part of that, you know, social fabric that is like New Year's or Christmas or something. I don't know. I don't fucking know. I'm not in like marketing, and I think they're soulless, so I don't really know. But that's what I've heard happens. Okay, it makes sense when you explain it, but at the same time, it's kind of like all right. But I feel like that's a lot of work for like me, so that's why. a lot of the stuff has to happen. There's not really much that I can do. I have to do it. Otherwise, yes, the streams wouldn't exist if I don't do this, basically. The streams would not exist if I can't get my work done, because then there'd be no money flowing. So yeah, just bear with me. This is the last week when it's happening. I think after Friday is when it's fully done. We'll be streaming Thursday, Friday, like basically the entire week after Wednesday as well. And next week, and then the next week, it's going to be a Monday, Tuesday, or Tuesday, Wednesday schedule. This week is just an extra day because of the dog, and I wanted to date my wife for longer. It's just normal. It's just normal. But yeah, we're going to see how it goes. It's why the videos have been behind too. Basically, all my time after streaming has been put towards like getting stuff done, and that's very hard if you know me. I cannot focus on a single thing for a very long time. I don't know why. I've been trying to figure this out for a long time. I can focus if I have coffee, right? But if I have coffee, my sleep schedule goes out of whack, and that's bad because all this business stuff happens at like 9 a.m. Usually, I mean, sometimes it happens at 7 a.m. if you work overseas. Like, you know, when I had to deal with the team in UK, with the team in the UK, it was like, you know, I had to wake up at like 5 a.m. So drinking coffee to get the work done really messes me up, and like sleeping pills don't really work on me very much. Like, they work on me the first time, and then I grow like a large resistance to it where I'm like taking 2 or 3 at a time to like try the KO. So, you know, it's gonna be interesting to see. But hopefully after this Friday we're fully done. We're back on just me thinking about streams. It also sucks because like for you guys it feels like there's less of a show. I like to plan more things, but I never have the time to plan them nowadays because there's so much stuff going on. This was also like before the new year as well. It was just stuff that was like rolling into the new year. But now that I'm going to be done this like Friday, basically that chaoticness that you saw in like December as well as this month of January, basically going to be gone for all of February onwards, which is nice. This is the only contract that I have that's like very time sensitive and very like at the whims of like, you know, what they do because it's so dynamic. But the rest of my contracts, I wrote very clearly, this is all I'm doing, and if you change it, I just quit. So, you know, it's pretty good. So yeah, that's the general gist of the stream schedule. Again, Gordon Ramsay is joining us every single time. I'm too lazy to remove him, and honestly, it's funny to have him. It's funny to have just like a Gordon Ramsay. Again, it's the thing that really makes him is the shirt. English Heretic. That's a good shirt. It looks like he's the VTuber. It looks like he's the VTuber. Yeah, English Heretic, eh? Yeah. Sick. What the fuck does this mean? Well, I don't know, Gordon. You took the photo with the U.S. Navy. So that's the only photo that I can use of you. So yeah, that's basically what's going to happen. The shows will be much more planned. There'll be much more different segments to it. Again, we'll be finishing games mostly. But we'll be finishing games at a much more rapid pace. And we'll also have more days where we interject with some weird stuff, okay? Palworld, thankfully, was a very easy interjection because there was not... You didn't really have to prepare much for it. And I kind of knew going into it what it was going to be like because I wanted the game ever since I saw it because it was being made by the same people who made Craftopia. So it's like, I like that game. It does good. But it's going to get a lot better from here on out, which is good. And also the YouTube videos will now you're going to see a lot more volume coming in the YouTube videos starting probably on Thursday. It's probably when I have the most time. Friday is really just a talking time, so it's like a finalization thing. And if nothing goes wrong, which it never does, I just jinx it, then it should be good for me to just focus on videos and making stuff, so it should be good. But today is not just a day of talking, okay? We are going to be doing something interesting today. So, usually, when I'm out there, I have a bunch of games that I see, and I'm like, oh, okay, I would really want to play these, but I don't really have the space to play them. And I don't really want to play them, like, alone, because, like, I feel like you have to, like, show these in some form to really understand what it is that's going on. And what I like to do is I like to stream these, because these are very weird games I find through different means. So, for context... 2 of the games I found today were because my friends shared me the songs of the game. And I was like, damn, these songs slap. Because, you know, I share friends, like, songs with my friends. And I was like, where'd you get this? And they're like, oh, apparently it's from this game. And they had never played it, but they just found the soundtrack on, like, say, Spotify or something. I'm like, how do you find game soundtracks on Spotify? But I digress. They found the soundtrack. One of them was like a SoundCloud link of like a Magikarp. And I was like, how do you find this? So I have no clue what to expect. So one of these games actually comes from a viewer's suggestion. I actually do listen to the viewer's suggestions on YouTube. I actually do look at those and I go like, hey, like, what have you guys found? What do you guys see? What do you guys want to see? And also, like, because a lot of you know things that are more similar to things that I've played that I wouldn't be able to find myself. So there's one game I would never have been able to find, but they found it, and I was like, wait, that's a pretty cool looking game. I'm gonna try this. And then I find other games that are similar to it, and I'm like, damn, they've opened up an entire world of like stuff for me. One other game is from a developer of a game that I really like. That I really wish they didn't make this game and they made their other game that they made a demo for, because that demo was really weird and cool. But hey, you know what? The whims of a creator, sometimes you just want to create and sometimes you want to stop creating, and that's okay with me. As long as I get something, okay? As long as I get to play something of yours, then I'm good. Then I'm good to go. This is a lot. There's a lot that we're going to be going through today. There's a lot of really interesting, weird things that we're going to be seeing. So bear with me. Today is going to be a much shorter day, but it's also going to be a bit more jam-packed than usual. Usually not as jam-packed as like this. Usually the streams are very more chill. But if for anyone who's like new, who like there's been quite a few new people, just in case, you're going to be seeing something weird today. A bunch of weird things. Just give me a moment to set it up, and we'll get started right on the first weird thing. This is one we're going to start with the viewer suggestion on YouTube. The person who said that this is a good game. There's a lot to talk about with this game. There's a lot. Just give me a moment.